Hey guys, it's Alan. Gonna do a lesson over Daniel and the Lions. So let's get started, shall we? Alright. So, Daniel. It's in Daniel chapter 6, verse 10. Alright. So now when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, he went home and in his upper room, with his windows open towards Jerusalem, he kneeled down on his knees. 3 times that day he prayed and gave thanks before his God, as was his custom since earlier days. Then these men assembled and found Daniel praying and making supplications before his God. And they went before the king, spoke concerning the king's decree. Have you not signed a decree that every man who petitions any god or man within 30 days except you, O king, shall be cast in the den of lions? King answered and said, The thing is true, according to the law of the Medes and Persians, which does not alter. So they answered and said before the king that Daniel, who is the one of the captives from Judah, does not show due regard for you, O king, or for the decree that you have signed, but makes his petition 3 times a day. And the king, when he heard these words, was greatly displeased with himself, and set his heart on Daniel to deliver him. And he labored till the going down of the sun to deliver him. Then these men approached the king and said to the king, Know, O king, that it is the law of the Meds, not really for sure how to pronounce that right, and Persians have that no declared decree or stature which the king established may be changed. So the king gave the command and brought Daniel and cast him into the community. He will. Oh wait, my bad. I skipped a few. And cast him into the den of lions. But the king spoke, saying to Daniel, Your God, whom you serve continually, he will deliver you. Then a stone was brought and laid on the mouth of the den, and the king sealed it with his own signet ring, with the signs of his lords, that promise concerning Daniel might not be changed. So, alright, well, before all of this, Judah was captured by, I think I remember it was the Persians or something. Hang on, guys. Let me just go back a few so I can get the whole story. Which, if I remember right, Judah was taken by Persians. Oh, Babylon. My bad. It was Babylon. So Babylon came in. So first of all, got the Jews, the people of Jerusalem and Judah, or Jerusalem. My bad. Sorry. So God's people again refused to respect and love him. They refused to listen to his commands. So God pretty much had enough of it. So he sent the Babylons to conquer them. Like, basically, the one city that could not have been conquered was conquered, and some of those people were taken into captivity. You guys know what I mean. And then Daniel was chosen. Daniel and I think like 2 others was chosen to be with one of the people for the kings. So then there's some guys who didn't like Daniel and what he was for, what he does. So they went to the king and were like, "Hey, here, let's sign. Hey, king, how about you sign this decree that for 30 days or so, within 30 days, that no man every man has to can't bow down to any other god except for Nebuchadnezzar, or how you say that." So he signed it, and so Daniel knew it was signed, but yet he kept his faith, like through captivity, through everything that he's been through going through, have to either choose to go into the den of lions or to be free from that. But Daniel, he kept going. He kept his faith. He kept praying. Like nothing was stopping him from doing praises to his God. And then those men saw him praying to him, so they went to the king and said, "Well, there's that. You remember that decree you signed where no one can bow down and worship other gods except for you? Well, Daniel was doing it repeatedly. So the king thought for pretty much all day, like until the sun was setting, and then they threw him in the den of lions. So, and then he said, your God, whom you serve continually, will deliver you." I mean, so Nebuchadnezzar did not really want to do this to Daniel. Really, he honestly didn't want to do this. But it was the law, and he had to abide by the law. So let's read on about how Daniel was saved from the lions. Now the king went to his palace and spent the night fasting, and no musicians were brought before him. Also, his sleep went from him. Then the king arose very early in the morning and went in haste to the den of lions. So, right there, he couldn't even eat or sleep at all after that. And he literally rose early, very early in the morning, to get to Daniel. And when he came to the den, he cried out with a lamenting voice to Daniel. The king spoke, saying to Daniel, "Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God, whom you serve continually, been able to deliver you from the lions?" Then Daniel said to the king, "O king, live forever. My God sent his angel and shut the lions' mouths, so that they have not hurt me, because I have found innocence before him. And also, O king, I have done no wrong before you." Now the king was exceedingly glad for him, commanded that they should take Daniel up out of the den. So Daniel was taken up out of the den. No injury whatsoever was found, because he believed in his God. Okay, that just proves, if we believe in our God, if we believe in God, even lions even being stuck in a lion's den can't hurt us. Being thrown in a fiery furnace can't hurt us. So, and our God is unstoppable. There's nothing he can't do. Especially in Daniel's time where everybody was kind of like really like forced to worship one person. Alright, so let's read to finish this out. And the king gave the command, and they brought those men who had accused Daniel, and they cast them into the den of lions, them, their children, and their wives. The lions overpowered them, broke all their bones in pieces before they ever came to the bottom of the den. Then King Darius wrote, to all people, nations, languages, that dwelled in all the earth, peace be multiplied to you. I make a decree that in every dominion of my kingdom, men must tremble in fear before the God of Daniel. He is the living God, the steadfast forever. His kingdom is one that which will not be destroyed. His dominion shall endure to the end. He delivers and rescues. He works signs and wonders in heaven and on earth. Who has delivered Daniel from the power of the lions? This is Daniel. So this Daniel prospered in the reign of Darius, in the city of Cyrus the Persian. Oh, okay. So what basically happened next was the guys who accused him, Daniel, dead. Like, there's no surviving from what the lions did to them. Like, the lions overpowered them and broke all their bones in pieces. Their bones were in pieces. The wives, the children, and the men, like, all of them were in pieces. Like there's no, like, there's a space, like, they're dead. Like, so then the king wrote this plaque and declared this, make a decree for this. So, to all people, nations, and languages that dwell in all the earth, peace be multiplied to you. So now he understands, like, now he's honoring God. He understands why Daniel did what he did. He starts to believe in his God. Well, that's all the time I have, so catch you later, guys. Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. I didn't even finish. So, I make a decree that every dominion of my kingdom, men must tremble and make fear before the Lord of Daniel. So, like, he literally just decrees that, like, there's supposed to be trembling, fear in every domain of his kingdom. Like, he kind of like made it like a law almost. For he is the living God, the steadfast forever. His kingdom is one who shall not be destroyed, and his domain shall endure to the end. He delivers and rescues. He works signs and wonders in heaven and on earth. Who has delivered Daniel from the power of the lions? So, what that's saying is that's basically honoring what God is and who he is. So that's all I got today. So goodbye, guys.